Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, What Angel Messages. I'm Angel. Well, this is a Viking Valour reading, so of course, we're going to be looking at some sort of conflict that needs guidance towards a peaceful resolution. No one likes conflict. There are 3 of these videos uploaded every month on the 9th, 18th, and the 27th, and they're all collected in the Viking Valour playlist. They're all timeless, so if you're looking for a resolution to a conflict and this video is not it, just take a look at the playlist and your message, your resolution, the guidance will be there. The link is down below in the description box. Okay, everyone, let's start seeing what this is, because the only thing I picked up in the pre-reading meditation was the word delay. There's a delay and it's causing problems. Well, delays never are very peaceful. They're always stressful. So let's take a look at what this delay is. Ooh, the Fool. Someone would like to take a leap of faith. Yeah. Someone would like to take a leap of faith, but they're not doing it. Maybe someone is expecting someone to take a leap of faith, but they are not doing it. Yeah, there's something that is... for some reason, someone's stuck here, and they're not doing it, okay? In fact, I peeked again at the other card, Ten of Swords. Yeah, there's some sort of broken trust or something, and everything's sort of slowing down, and it's delayed. Basically, they were expecting something, and instead, it's not coming through. Okay, let's take a look. Spirit, what can you tell us about this conflict whose problem, this is the general reading, the general energy, is someone who's not taking that leap of faith. Okay, they're stalling for some reason. Maybe they're afraid to take it. There's someone that's, okay, no, they just wanted to turn around. Okay, they did not want to come out. And we'll see what that is. Because usually when the Fool is in the upright, they're ready to go and they jump. When they're in the reverse, they're not ready. Okay, delay, as I had picked up. Okay, so let's see what this is all about. See, the cards are taking so long to come out as well. Of course. And then we're like, okay, I'm going to flip. You get frustrated, right? So there's some frustration. Someone's feeling frustration. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. Someone is insecure. That's why they're not taking the leap of faith. There's insecurity in this mix. Okay, let's go see what this is all about. Why are they so insecure? Someone is... Wow, that really flew. It just jumped on my hand and it ricocheted off my hand. Incredible. Yeah, okay. I think we're getting into a love situation here at this point, because someone is insecure. The Ace of Wands is in the reverse. Okay, again, delay. This is the card of delay. There we go. It falls right under there. And what I had said before opening up, we've got a delay here. Okay, the cards are going slow coming out again. Someone is hesitancy, of course, because of this. There's some sort of lack of passion, some sort of block. Okay, so they were thinking about this happening much faster or beforehand, and they were wondering why. What's the block? Why aren't they... Where's the lack of passion? Like, why are they so afraid, right? They're not taking that leap of faith. Why are they... Whatever. Let's go see. 9 of Wands in the reverse. Okay. There is someone who's very defensive, and they're refusing to compromise. Okay, whatever the situation is, like I said, I'm starting to pick up emotions, a lot of love, etc. Could also not be that, okay? I mean, I don't want to go too much into details because this is a general reading. It's collective, so you can only take what resonates, and that's it. But, yeah, what I'm picking up, there's someone who is very defensive. You're up against someone who's a little stubborn. Okay, it could be stubborn. I'm actually, well, they don't want to compromise something. Let's just say that they're being very defensive because they don't want to compromise something. But we got to go see what it's all about, okay? Because it's really easy to call someone stubborn, and that's what I heard. But it really isn't the fact that they want to win at all costs, and you have this conflict. This is someone who doesn't want to compromise because they're defending something. Okay. Okay, Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, there's something that emotions have overtaken them. Okay. I think what they did is they did a little bit too much. Things got imbalanced, and the emotions actually just took over, and they're saying no. Okay. I'm hearing now that they want you to understand something. Okay. They're not stubborn because they want to win. They're not compromising themselves because there's something that you have to know. There's something that you have to understand. And that's what they want. They want you to understand something, which is not bad. Okay. And that's why there's the delay. When you come well, okay, I can't really say it. I can say it. Okay. When you come to understand, when you come to know it and see their point of view, I think that's when it all comes down. Everything ends. Let's see. Okay, the Eight of Wands is in the reverse. You're not communicating with this person. Okay. Sorry, the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Sorry about that. Eight of Wands, you could not be, I don't know why that came out, the Eight of Wands, because, I mean, these swords here are obvious. You could also not be communicating with them, okay, and that's what the delay is. You haven't heard from them. In any case, this is the Eight of Swords. So, there's someone has to face their fears, and they are facing them, okay. I'm getting information. They're facing their fears. They want you to understand something. And in the meantime, they are doing something and they're facing their fears. They want to overcome this. They want to be released from it. Okay. And they want freedom, not from you. They want freedom from these fears. And that's what they're doing. They're facing them because they want to get rid of them. Well, that's clarity. And then we also have the Page of Swords. Which is in the reverse. Okay. If you're thinking that they're spying on you, they're not. Okay. This person is simply trying to face their fears, and that's it. They're not hiding, they haven't discommunicated, and then they're spying on you. No. Okay. Basically they are they're not planning anything. It's just that they have to understand some things, why they do have this fear, and they have to understand it. That's all. They're going within. I heard that they're going within themselves to understand all of this. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, they're going to be back. Okay, if you haven't heard from them, they're going to be back. They're sort of like withdrawing at this point to work on their fears. Okay, and that's what the delay is. And they're going to be coming in very strongly. They're going to be coming in very changed. Okay, because the Knight of Swords is very assertive and direct. This person is also a perfectionist. So the delay is also that. I mean, if someone is ready but they're not perfectly ready, it will aggravate you, right? But they are going to come back. They're coming in, they're coming back, and they're working in the meantime. Let's see. Now, usually we do conflict and resolution. If the conflict is a delay, the only resolution I can see here is it possible for you to intervene to help, right? Because what is aggravating you is the delay. Is there something that we can do to speed this up, to help this, everything that's going on, to help them understand? Let's go see. Spirit, is there anything the viewer can do to help speed things up, to resolve the delay? Can they help? Can they intervene? Let's see what answer we have. Okay, 2 flipped. Okay, you have various choices. 7 of Cups tells me that there are various choices that you can do. There's a lot of them. You're going to be a little bit undecided, but the thing is, what I'm picking up is that you might not know which one to do or what to do. Oh, Devil. Okay. The Devil card here is, there's a bigger problem behind it. This person is doing some work, and there really isn't, I didn't pick up anything negative here. The fact is, for you, it is a problem because you have this, you feel powerless, basically. You're sort of dependent on this person coming in, and they're not coming in. So in reality, the problem is depending on this person, right? There's something that you depend on them. And that's the real problem, okay? Because it's making you feel powerless. This whole delay, we have the understanding why, and it's like, once you know why, where's the problem? The problem is somewhere else, because you don't know what to do, because you need them. Oh, okay, look at that spin to come out sideways. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. There could be some sort of inheritance. There's something about money and stability. What I'm picking up is you're uncertain what to do right now, and you because the fact is you don't know if you have the stability to face this person or not. Okay. You're going toward, you're going back and forth with looking at financial situations, saying, okay, no, it's unbalanced. Like, for example, if two people earn different incomes, okay, and you're going to have to decide if that really is the problem. Is that the reason? For example, the dependency comes in when, and the roles can be reversed. Either you are dependent on them financially, or they are dependent on you financially. Okay. This person that I was reading for is doing the work to release themselves of something, right? The 8 here, the 8 of Swords in the reverse. They're facing your fears, whatever it may be. What you're looking at is whether you can sustain them or they can sustain you, if you can count on each other. You haven't decided this yet. You haven't seen it yet. Okay. Let's go on for the 8 solution. Ooh. But it's beautiful. You have the 10 of Cups. You have the happily ever after here. Once you decide this, you've got a beautiful card. Happily ever after. Okay. You're afraid that you can maybe not provide this or not receive it. And yet this person is working on themselves or facing their fears. Okay. You're going to have to decide this on your own, because that's what they're doing. Like I said, I was picking up emotions here, love. And in fact, there's a lot. There's passion and there's love, and there's a lot of them here. But the mind is in there as well, because the mind is rational, and the mind is what tells you, yes, I can sustain this relationship or not, based if I'm stable or not. But you've got the happily ever after card. Once you figure this out, because you've got so much confusion here. Like, there's so much confusion. Yeah. Like, it's sort of like saying, well, what if they have to depend on me? Or what if I depend on them? Okay. You're going to have to fix up the stability financially, because if you do, you have a happily ever after. Whoever this is good for you. Okay. Your conflict, what is keeping you up at night is valid. Okay, because these are serious issues to consider. But the fact is, it's possible to have a happily ever after. Okay. That financial situation is in your hands. Basically, it's not simply, can you decide it, can you do it? It's telling me that it is possible. Okay, you're going to have to want it, you're going to have to do something, but it is possible. Okay, it's like in reach. I'm hearing it is in reach. but there's something that you're not seeing. In fact, the devil is causing you some sort of illusion and putting doubts. Okay, this is like a limitation. I can't do it, but you can do it, because here, this is what you're feeling. You're feeling this limitation, this powerlessness. This is the devil tempting you. But what you can do is choose, because you are free to choose. You want to do something, you want to venture in something, and like financially, it will go well. It will go to the happily ever after. It's here waiting for you. Okay, all you have to do is take it and turn it up. Believe in yourself, whatever that venture is, whatever that business is, whatever that new job or new project. Okay, they both turn in the same manner. Did you notice that? Because sideways cards are like the vertical cards, up and down. These as well. They're both going that way. So when these turn up, they both turn up. When these turn in the other direction, you're saying, no, I can't do it. I'm going to stay in my job and I can't afford to buy a house or anything. Then there goes your happily ever after. You have to risk it. You have to take the chance of doing your dream, whatever, taking off, set sail for a new adventure, for a new job, set your sails and go. You see how these Vikings are going off and the sails are full of air and they're going, okay? They're full. They're absolutely full and they're stimulated. The person that could be, let's say, inspiring you to do this could be most likely an air sign, because as you see, the sails are full and they're moving forward. The forward movement that you're doing is inspired by air. So we're talking about an air sign, okay? And that is what is going to lead you to happily ever after. That is going to be your success. There's an air sign that is fueling you, that is giving you the momentum and the fire to change, to go after your dreams, whatever this project is, because it will be successful and it will lead to the happily ever after card. And if I'm not mistaken, because I'm not, because I'm seeing it here, when we're talking about this person, okay, and we're talking about the Eight of Swords in the reverse, that they are facing their fears, these are swords, okay? Again, this is an air sign. Swords are air signs, the intellect. And here in this one, even though this is a Pentacles card, the fact is this is what is going to be pushing you forward, this air sign. If they can face their fears, then use them as an example of you going ahead, changing your job. It's risky, but the fact is this is one possibility. Success, okay, happiness, security. This is the happily ever after, means not only in love, but even financially being stable and being able to provide, be provided for, to help each other out, both of you mutually, okay? But you have to venture on. This is like a project that you might have to do together. It could very well be. And if you get lost in the choices, that's just the devil whispering in your ear saying, well, you can't do it. I know there's a limitation and you can't do this and you can't do that. This is what you're not have to listen to. This is the problem. And therefore, this is a solution, not to listen to it, because you have the potential to have happiness. You just have to go out there and do it and not listen to this. Wow, powerful read. What I'm really happy about is the last card and how this is in your hands and how this is in your power. Okay, take a look at another thing that is really important. 10, 10. 10 could be really relevant to you or to the other person as a number, because it's really important. Also the number 8 card here, which is a turning point, facing your fears. Okay, for this person here. Let me take a look at the other numbers. Okay, we got a 1 there, which comes in with a 10, 10. But the 1010 is really important. This is an angel number. I suggest you look it up. This is a beautifully balanced number, because this breaks down to a 1. Okay, we already had one here, 1, and this means a new beginning. This is when you start a brand new cycle. So this is the possibility that you have to start something new, something really powerful, something that really fills you up with a lot of energy, and it leads to that beautiful 10 of Cups, your happily ever after, emotional and financial stability. Do you want it? Go get it. It's waiting for you. Okay, everyone. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking, for sharing, and for subscribing to my channel, because I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye for now. From Angel.